Hey guys, I am making this video to give you an overview of my class. I'm going to just jump right in so that it doesn't go too long. A lot of people have many rules for their class, but I feel that one class rule will cover everything, and that is be respectful. You can be respectful to me, to your classmates, and to yourself. And let's break that down. So respect yourself by showing up prepared physically and mentally, have a good attitude. Try your best, stay awake, and complete every assignment. Example of a student doing his work and staying on task, and an example of what not to do. I told them to pose like that. They're so great girls. Okay, you can respect your classmates by keeping rude comments to yourself and being patient with each other. We're all learning together. And keep your hands off of their stuff, especially now with the Rona, and not being a distraction. So let's not be a class clown. We're going to respect our classmates and not be a distraction. Okay. And you can respect me by saying yes or no, ma'am, listening and participating, not defacing my stuff, and obeying the first time. Okay, so I'm going to go through how to enter my class, and then I'm going to cover different scenarios of what do you do if during the class, and then I'll talk about how to exit my class. Okay, so entering class, to get a tardy in my class, that means that you have not entered the door by the tardy bell. So you need to be through the door by the end of the tardy bell. We kind of have a long tardy bell. And also, when you enter my class, get yourself prepared. Make sure you need to sharpen your pencil, get all your stuff out, that you take care of that before class starts. And you will begin something called the Big Three, or your bell work, your bell ringer. And I'll go over that in just a second. You're going to be doing that right when you walk into class. Okay, so what is the Big Three, or Grande Tres, as I call it in Spanish? These are the three things that you complete every day at the beginning of class. Now, we used to do them on paper and turn them in once a month, but this year we're going to be submitting those on Google Classroom. The three things are la fecha, which is the date in Spanish written out in words. So it'll say in Spanish, today is Monday, the 7th of August of the year 2020. Okay, and then your bell ringer will be a question, usually pertaining to the lesson that we're doing, that you'll have to answer. And then you'll be writing the topic of the week, what we're learning for that week. I may also have you write down or type in things that are due soon, just to make sure you know we have a test coming up or we have something due soon. So this is my first time doing bell ringers on Google Classroom. We'll see how that looks. You'll have a Google form to fill in for your bell ringers. And for now, I'm thinking they're about 30 points each. So make sure you're keeping up with those. Yes, so instead of being collected each month, they'll be submitted each time. So that way you don't have to lose your paper. You won't lose your paper. It's all on Google Classroom, so easier. Okay, so we covered how to enter class. Let's talk about some different things during class. So first, if you need to use a restroom, I've never been the teacher to say you cannot use a restroom in class. I will always let you go. However, I may ask you to wait just until I finish an explanation of something or go over something. So I may ask you to wait just a couple of minutes, but if you need to go, you need to go. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not sure if you guys are getting planners or organizers this year, but if you do, in the back there are hall passes that you'll have to fill out, like in the picture at the top, and then I will sign. So if you need to get up during class, like to throw something away, just make sure you're being polite. You don't want to get up to throw something away like in the middle of me talking. So common sense stuff. And if you finish early, all my work and you're all caught up, I don't mind if you want to work on other classes' work, even if you want to take a nap, as long as you've done and completed all of my work. I don't want people sitting there talking. This is not social time. Okay, and normally I do a little break from classroom procedures to watch this video, Reasons to Learn Spanish. However, I am going to make this video a separate assignment in Google Classroom. So we're going to keep pushing forward with the procedures. Okay, a couple of off-limit areas in my class is my desk area and fridge. Please don't just walk up to my fridge and open it thinking you're going to find a snack. That's my stuff, not yours. Other students' property, that's kind of like duh. And my windows and my blinds are also off limits, and my AC unit. So please do not go and adjust my AC according to your body temperature. If you're cold or hot, let me know. I can move you, or if everybody's cold or hot, we can adjust it. Now, these things used to be in limits, my student supplies and my dictionaries. However, this year they will not be in limits. We are not allowed to share supplies or our dictionaries. The good thing is the dictionaries are going to be online. I'll give you a good website that you can use to translate things, and we'll talk about translations a little later, online translations. And the student supplies, I've added a couple of things to the class supplies, like crayons and glue and scissors, just so that you can have your own and not be sharing with people, with other people. Okay, what if you're absent? So I used to fill out a form to give to you, but now everything's going to be in Google Classroom, so that makes it really easy to find what you missed. You do need to make up your bell work even if you're absent, so it's not excused. It shouldn't take you that long to complete anyway. You do need to make up your work as soon as possible. So if you are legit sick and not feeling well, let me know and I will give you a little extra time to do that. If you're missing school because you're going to get your driver's permit, or you have a doctor's appointment that morning, just a checkup, and you're fine, then you should be able to complete the assignment on time. But, of course, there's extenuating circumstances. So let me know, just communicate with me and let me know, and I can give you some extra time if you need it. If you are turning in an assignment late, you will need to submit a late work form so that I know to go and look for it. Once a due date is passed on an assignment, I will not be going back to look just in case somebody turns in something late. It's just not something that I have time to do. Keep checking assignments that have passed. So if you're turning something in late, you're going to look at the top at Google Classroom in the resources folder, and there's a late work form, and you will need to submit that to me. Otherwise, I'm not going to know to go grade it, okay? And we'll talk more about that when I set you up in Google Classroom. Okay, fire drills. We're still going to be doing fire drills this year. I'm going to walk you through on another day where to go. We're basically going to the grassy area that's by the traffic light on Yellow Jacket Boulevard, and I'll tell you which tree to go stand by and all that kind of stuff, and how I want you to stand. Make sure when we're outside you listen for your name and say here really loud, because I have to take roll, and that we return when they release us. We'll return quickly back to class so you don't have too much homework to catch up on. Okay, on your birthday, just let me know it's your birthday, or get a friend to tell me that it's your birthday, because I want to give you some euros, maybe a sticker. I want you to feel special on your birthday. Let's talk about euros. So our school does denim dollars, and I love them. I think at the other schools they had like Bojo Bucks and Jacket Stash or something. So we have denim dollars. Well, I used so many denim dollars that I decided to make my own money for my class. They're called euros. I still take denim dollars, but I use them a lot. I give them out a lot, and I have a lot more ways that you can spend them than denim dollars. So you're going to want to collect euros. I'm going to go through the little poster here. So to go through, for €1, you can leave class to go to the restroom, or you can also pay 2 denim dollars. So that will be to like go to the restroom, or if you need to go to the library to check out a book or something like that. Legitimate reason. For €2, you can use my microwave, heat up popcorn or your ramen noodles or whatever. €3 is to eat or drink in class for a day, and you must pay before you start eating. So if you're busting out your sandwich and I call you out on it, you can't be like, oh, here's my euros afterwards. Then you're going to owe me €5. So you need to pay me €3 and say, hey, I'm going to eat like before you even get out your food. Okay. A couple of these things in the middle here we're going to have to try to figure out how I'm going to do this. But let's say you do need to turn in an assignment late. If you don't want to get penalized late points, you can pay me euros. So 1 day late will be €3. And if you kind of skip down, €5 is for 2 days late. So we'll work out how that's going to look this year, since I'm not going to see you every day and all that. Also, this middle one with the €4, we probably won't be able to do that with the social distancing. You won't be able to work on a partner on an assignment. That was one that not many people used anyway, so we might just have to put a line through that one for this year. The bottom two are really big ones, though, and awesome. So for €10, I'm going to allow you to use a 3x4-inch note card, a cheat sheet for a test or quiz. It does need to be prepared ahead of time. And it has to be handwritten, and that does exclude the midterm, final, and proficiency tests and all that stuff. So any tests, 3x4-inch note card for €10. It's a cheat sheet. You can write on front and back as small as you want, as long as it's not typed. For €15, you are allowed one open notebook test or quiz per semester. And I do write that down, and I track who used it and who didn't and on what test. And again, that excludes the big tests, midterms and finals. So that's euros. You're going to want to use those and save those. How do you get euros? I give euros for answering bell ringer questions on your birthday, if you help me with something, a variety of reasons. I give them out all the time, like at least 15 every block. So as long as you're participating, you're going to get euros. Okay, moving right along, I'm going to need your help this semester, this year. So I've offered some class jobs that you guys can run for, and we'll be voting for those shortly. Things like, I'm definitely going to need people to help me clean in between classes, like after your hour is over. We're going to need a couple people to clean desks. Passing back papers, taking attendance, things like that. So I'll tell you more about the class jobs another time, but you do get paid by, at the end of the semester, you get to choose a grade to drop. So that's kind of exciting and can be a game changer for you. So think about if you might want to have a class job this semester. Okay, so we talked about entering class. We talked about during class. Let's talk about exiting class. So I really dislike when students pack up super early, so please don't do that. And I'm talking about people that stop working 15 minutes before the bell and pack up and sit there and talk. That's just a big no-no and unacceptable in my class. We are going to be packing up early because we have to clean all the desks before you leave every day, so don't worry about being late to your next class, because that's just something that we're going to have to do every time. And then if you're in my 5th or 6th hour class, B lunch is the lunch shift that we have, and it will be cutting our class in half. So we'll talk more about that specifically in 5th and 6th hour. Okay, last parts, I have just a few codes for you guys. This is on my website and in Google Classroom, but if you need to pause this video to get your code, please sign up for my Remind. I'm actually thinking about making it a grade. I don't know if I can or not, but it's that important. I'm going to be sending out a lot of messages, and I need you to know what is going on in my class. So you're going to text 81010, 81010, 81010, and then you're going to send a message with @BanksDSFH and then the number of your hour to that number. Okay, so please sign up. Here are my Google Classroom codes. You will need to make sure you sign up with LivingstonSchools.net account when you sign up for Google Classroom, and then you're going to use the code to sign up for my class. And that's where all your work is going to be for all of your classes this whole year. Also, some other apps or websites that we're going to be using: Quizlet. Search Denham Springs Spanish. It's here at the bottom, Denham Springs Spanish, all one word, and join our class. I have almost every topic that we're going to be learning about. There's a set made for those topics. So get on our class. And we also have a class Instagram page at Spanish DSFH. You can go back and look at some of the activities that we've done in previous years. I've only had that page, I think, for 1.5, 2 years. So you can go see if you recognize any of your friends. Supplies. So I'll only ask for really basic things for my supplies. You know, the typical things that you usually need, like loose leaf pencils and a binder. You can either do a binder or a 3-prong folder. But we are going to actually be making a book this semester. I call it a survival guide, and you're going to need a section in your binder to put your survival guide in, and that'll be all the notes for everything we learn. You'll be able to take it with you, unlike a textbook or whatever. You'll be able to keep it with you when you go to college or when you take Spanish 2 if you're in Spanish 1. Some other things that I've added this year, since we can't share supplies: color pencils or markers, or if you prefer crayons, that's fine. A little pair of scissors, some glue, either liquid glue or stick, whichever you like, and then Expo marker, blue or black. You can get a 3-pack or just get one is fine. So please have those supplies. Those are definitely needed, and I accidentally skipped ahead. Okay, also, we don't get any supplies from the school board, or very few. So most of the time when we have supplies in our room, it's because we had to buy it out of pocket. So we're going to do a class supply drive this year. And if you can, this is completely optional, if you can donate any of these items here on the bottom, that would be phenomenal and help so much. So when you donate any of these items on the bottom, I'm going to give you euro or euros, depending on how many or what it is. And so you get immediate reward. And then I'm also going to tally up which class brings the most supplies. So the class that brings the most supplies is going to get food. So I know you guys like food in high school. So I'll bring y'all something and we can decide what that is with the winning class. So some of the things that we need are mechanical pencils, and that's just for you students. Like when you come to class and you don't have a pencil, which for some of you it's every day, I'll be able to have a pencil for you to use. Paper towels. Desperately need paper towels. Now you probably won't be able to find Clorox or Lysol wipes. But you know, if you happen to have one you want to donate, I'll give you some euros for that. I need white copy paper to make copies of stuff for you guys. We are going mostly digital this year, but I still am going to be giving you a hard copy of all the notes for your survival guide, and then colored copy paper, like, you know, bright happy colors or whatever, just for items that I want to stand out when I copy for you. So and that's not cardstock or construction paper, that's just the regular paper. So if you can donate any of those items, that would be super helpful and go towards your supply drive, and hopefully you'll get some food, but you're definitely going to get some euros as a thank you. Okay, and that's it. That is my class in a nutshell, and thanks for hanging in for that whole video, and look forward to a great year. Bye-bye.